Hey Mountaineers, my name is Sarah Zanabli. I'm a junior studying biology, and today I will be talking to you about Student Government Association, or SGA. I first became interested in SGA from their social media presence. I admired their unity and diverse representation, therefore I was determined to get involved. My time at SGA taught me about professionalism, being persistent and flexible with my projects, as well as listening to and uplifting others even if I do not share their plight. I applied to the SGA intern program my first semester at WVU, not knowing what to expect. The first thing I noticed after attending the student-led meetings was the level of professionalism they upheld. They used Robert's Rules of Order for parliamentary procedures, dressed in business casual attire, were punctual to weekly meetings, as well as presented and voted on legislation. Learning these professional skills, such as time management and public speaking, greatly benefits students now and in the future. Students also learn how to start and follow up on a project. This includes brainstorming, researching, collaborating with others, writing legislation, presenting it to the assembly, and following up after. Although it takes time and effort to finish a project, sometimes the end result falls short from our expectations. One must be persistent but flexible with their projects in order to see real change. For example, my colleague and I wrote a resolution last year that advocated for testing accommodations for Muslim students breaking their fasts at the same time of their final during Ramadan. Other religious minorities have received similar accommodations in the past. However, we wanted the university to standardize it and publicize it. Faculty members supported it at first, but because of COVID and online finals, they ended their involvement. Students could still individually ask professors for accommodations, as I did, but some professors were not willing to accommodate us. I will follow up again this year as I negotiate accommodations for online finals during Ramadan. Another example is when I worked to make the downtown library more exercise-friendly. Initially, I wanted to buy and install working walk stations in large study rooms. However, after collaborating with WVU, we switched to yoga mats, yoga balls, and a poster with stretching instructions available for checkout in the front of the library. Being flexible allowed me to save money as we simply used equipment from the recreational center. However, due to COVID-19, we had to push back the pilot program. It is easy to advocate for solutions to problems you experience. However, part of representing the student body means listening to and uplifting others, even if you do not share their struggles. An example of this is when I organized on-campus naloxone trainings, in which over 200 students were trained and received naloxone kits. Even though I had no personal connection to this topic, I was determined to destigmatize substance use disorder in the midst of the opioid epidemic ravaging our state. And there's a picture on the PowerPoint of one of the trainings. I was also a sponsor on a resolution that supported the Crown Act House bill, which protects against discrimination of hair texture and protective styles associated with race. It is my responsibility to use my privilege as a white passing individual to uplift and support students of color. Lastly, I wrote a resolution this year to incorporate a high-pass, pass-fail grading system for those who would like to opt into it, in light of the worsening pandemic and the current state of this country. Although I wouldn't have used the grading system myself, I understood its vital importance to those who need it. SGA is what you make of it. When we work together, we can achieve great things, like instituting non-instructional mental health days for students in this coming spring semester. I highly recommend this organization to everyone because it strengthened my professional skills and granted me valuable experiences which have allowed me to excel and grow as an individual.